back in them days, you better not come near your girlfriend. And Lewin would sit over in one corner, I'll sit in the other corner, and the dean of women sit between us. And I just kept looking at her, you know, so time to go. You always got that wink. When the dean started moving around, you know it's time to go. Don't be question, because she going to tell you to go. Then we started moving, I'd get her up and start. Lewin was sitting over there near the door, and she knew just sit tight. And the dean was coming between, ushering me right out the door. So it go way back. But there, Piney Woods had one of the best reputation and had the best, should I say, attitudes in those days that any country, any school in this country, in this state. And therefore, Piney will always be dear to me. And another reason why it's dear to me, my daughter there. My daughter and my son-in-law was there for a while, but my daughter is the nurse down there. Charlene, if you're listening, darling, just keep on doing a good job and keep on doing what you were taught to do. Treat people right and do the best you can, and that's all you can do. Well, so much of that, I better hush. Right now, I want to introduce the man who now heads Piney Woods, who's done a terrific job. I don't want to ask him the question because I'm afraid that he had me have the same answer that all other individual private schools are going through, and that's money. But I would just like to say here right now to the president, for God's sake, do everything you can to keep Piney Woods doors open. Well, child, what are you going to do? I'll do whatever necessary. And I'd like for every alumni, every who have any reason to believe in Piney Woods, to start sending donations. And I don't make some black folks mad now. You know, we black folk, y'all black folks, and you African American, talk the talk, you don't walk the walk. You say what you want about white folk. They take care of their institutions. What do we do? Well, you don't do nothing but talk and complain. Now, I would like for every person who's ever attended or having reason to attend Piney Woods, start making donations. You can, but not but $50, and a lot of us can pay $50 now. It used to be when the old color folk were there, we couldn't pay that much, but now we ain't. They all got to be black and Afro-American. You got that money and the training and the position to do so. So let's do that. Let's do that. As soon as they come, I'll take them as soon as they come in. What I'm calling, man, we got Spain, the ambassador for Haiti.
Oh, great.
It's going to call in, I'm the honorary ambassador under him. So right now, I want to introduce you the president of Piney Woods School. That's what we know about it. I'm honored to have him here, and the president's name is, I call him Reverend Nichols, is that right?
That's right.
Oh, Reverend Nichols. I mean,
that's it.
I thought you were.
There's a lot of fruit salad behind my name.
Aren't you a pastor?
I am a reverend and a doctor and,
right.
and all that stuff.
Oh, but you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Thanks to African Americans and Black Americans for now having that. Because we old color folk didn't have nothing behind our name but that old boy. Go ahead, Pastor.
Well, Brother Evans, I appreciate just being here on the show. You know, listening to the stories about Piney Woods and the history as we celebrate 100 years this year. So many things have happened in 1909 when we started. You know, the NAACP was founded in 1909. The Piney Woods School founded in 1909. And then 100 years later, had the first black president inaugurated this year. We celebrate our 100 years. And it's 100 years of wonderful tradition of raising young men and young women to go out in the world and to do what they need to do by whatever name we call them.
No.
Colored, Negro, it doesn't matter. The goal is to make sure that they do their best to represent not only their history, but to make sure they leave a good legacy. And that's what Dr. Jones taught us.
Right.
We're excited. You know, we're excited. 100 years of history. We have 200 young men and young women that come from all over the country and all over the world. 98 to 100% go to college every single year. And they make a difference in the lives of wherever they go. And that's important to us.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. So tonight, what do you want to tell us now? Tell us something that we need to hear.
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about how we can not only invest in education, but with this whole crisis in Haiti and the things that are going on in our world, we've got to make sure that we train young men and young women not only to get the best education. And at Piney Woods, we teach them to be academically astute. They got to get a good education.
Right.
But it's more than that. Dr. Jones used to talk about head, heart, hands. That's what he said. We want to train the head, we want to train the heart, and we want to train the hands.
Good.
And at Piney Woods, we're continuing to do that, training the head by making sure the kids are academically astute, but we want them to be morally responsible.
Right.
Take care of the business. We want them to be civically engaged. We want them to be socially equipped. We want them to be globally perceptive, technologically proficient, and have hearts full of faith and compassion. And one of the things with this at Piney Woods, our kids were so moved by this these events in Haiti that they began to raise money for the families down there. We're going to start, see if we can start a pen pal program. One of my fellows from the Kellogg Foundation is a doctor in Haiti, and I'll be meeting with her in about 2 weeks in Mexico.
Okay.
And we're going to see what we can do to either establish some type of fund for young people that she works with as a doctor, and see if we can get some of the students possibly to come up to Piney Woods, because it's for all of us. It's so important for all of us, as you know from your from working through the civil rights movement and all the wonderful things you do. You know, it takes all of us. It really doesn't matter whether you're Democrat or Republican. It matters. What matters is what you're doing. What are you doing with the gifts that God has given you?
And that we're American.
And that we're American.
That's the main thing.
And doing what we need to do.
To make life better for all of us.
That's exactly right.
And I'm honored again. Now, what can the people who listen to you right now do right now for Piney Woods? Something I tell them direct, you know. Wheels are raised, you can't hint nothing, you got to tell it. Right.
We are, one of the things that people can do right now is to invest in the education of young people.
Good.
They have to invest. And everybody has to invest. I think we ask our parents to invest. We ask donors to invest. They can invest by going online to our website, pineywoods.org, where we have all the technological ways that people can invest. They can invest by giving of their time down at Piney Woods. Make sure. Churches and others can support us by continuing to invest in the lives of young people, because all of us need to do that. Not only by financial investment, which is important, because it costs X amount of dollars to raise.
Yes.
You know, everybody knows that. This is not rocket science. It costs money to make sure that the students get the proper education. But with that, people giving money to help scholarship supported students, but they also can come down and serve. I think our kids need role models. And some seniors say that, you know, they might be too old to do it, but all they got to do is look around. And whatever age you are, you can invest in young people. So come down and serve. We had Mayor Johnson with us during our government forum in November. We had Alfred T. Harrison, who's a graduate of Piney Woods School, just last week, investing in the young people's lives.